Welcome to Business Tips with Michael Tobian. Today's discussion is on delegating and leveraging your time. One of the hardest things we do as business owners is learn to trust and delegate tasks to others. We want things done our way, and we only trust ourselves to do them. After all, doing things ourselves is more efficient and saves money, right? Wrong. I'm going to try to convince you otherwise in today's discussion. If you're starting out in your business, you probably won't have much money, and you may not have enough work to fill up your schedule. As a result, you will probably be doing everything for your business yourself. Accounting, sales, marketing, planning, and executing all the aspects of your business will likely be done by you. This is normal, and it's a good thing. You should know the ins and outs of every part of your business. When I start a new business, I learned to do everything myself. When I started my casino party business, for example, I learned to deal all of the casino games, even the complicated game of craps. It's important to know how to do it. However, as you grow your business, this habit of doing everything yourself can lead to some major opportunity costs. Learning to trust others to take over responsibilities is essential to growing your operation in the most efficient way. Your most valuable tool for earning money is your time. The problem is, your time is limited to 24 hours in a day. When growing your business, it requires that you allocate this precious time to its highest and best use. Let me give you an example. If you teach music lessons at $50 an hour, and you're spending a significant chunk of your time doing something that you could hire out for less than $50 an hour, like billing your customers or doing data entry or something like that, then you are paying an opportunity cost. Your time should be spent operating on the highest hourly rate possible that you can generate. Here's another example. If you are not doing anything to grow your business because you're swamped with the tasks related to running your business, you are probably not leveraging your time effectively. I bet those tasks that you're doing could be given to others. If you do that, you would have more time to do things that help grow your business. Let me tell you how I've taken this to the next level as I've grown my business. I try to work on my business and not in my business. I've found that my time is best spent doing networking and things related to growth and getting sales and growing my business. I can't effectively do that if I'm doing administrative tasks inside my business, or I'll just get bogged down with that. And the important growth tasks that I'm doing will end up falling by the wayside. Every time I've hired somebody to do something that I was doing, but I don't actually need to do, it has resulted in more money in my pocket despite the cost of hiring somebody. I've really made some big moves in terms of hiring others to take on these tasks. Each time I hire somebody, it was scary for me. Thoughts that came to my mind included, man, I can just do this myself, or, they won't do it as well as I can do it. But every time I hired somebody to take over these tasks, these fears that I have would become dissipated because I always ended up making more money. I still get nervous every time I hire out a new position, but I get less nervous every time because as long as I'm thoughtful and careful about the process of who I'm hiring, my income always goes up and I'm able to give somebody else a job that they love doing. So it's a win-win situation. So why isn't everybody doing this? In conversations with some of my business owner friends about how things are going with their business, I frequently identify areas in which they are missing out on huge opportunities to delegate tasks. I sometimes point out that if they would just hire somebody else to do this, then they could spend their time doing that instead, and their business would grow. As I bring this up to them, I'm sometimes met with this kind of risk-averse response. They'll say something like, "It's just easier if I do it," or "I don't want to spend the money to hire somebody else to do it," or "Nobody will be able to do this right except for me." I don't usually press the issue with my friends because it's their business, but in many cases I kind of want to shake them and say, you could really make more money if you could just let go and take a little bit of risk in hiring somebody else to free up your time to do things that will yield bigger returns as you grow your business. One of the biggest hurdles for people in delegating tasks is they feel like they can do a better job than anybody else at those tasks. I can relate to this because earlier in my career, I was very reluctant to have anyone do anything. Even as I started to hire some people, I found myself just doing the job myself. It took a significant amount of courage and trust to let go of more and more of these responsibilities. And as I did this, I learned something interesting. People are very smart and very capable, and they did these tasks as well or better than I did. Trust your employees. They are capable and extremely smart. If you hire an expert in the area that you need help in, they are more capable and smarter than you about it. It might take a little transition time, but you will thank me after you do. Speaking of a transition, do realize that when you make this transition, it will actually increase your time spent on these tasks at first because you'll be training somebody. Think of this training as an investment because it will pay off down the road. In my business, if I have enough work to keep me busy, I eliminate almost everything off my plate that I don't have to do. If a customer calls me and wants to talk specifically with me, or if I have some kind of networking opportunity that is important and I play a valuable role in that relationship, then that's probably something that I need to do, and that's probably the best use of my time. But I try not to do anything that I can hire somebody else to do. A lazier person might decide to just watch TV all day if their time is freed up. But it's in my nature to work hard, so I will fill my time with very effective ways to grow my business if I can get things off my plate. Most business owners don't grow their business because they spend all of their time putting out fires and doing things that they can hire other people to do. People who learn to delegate responsibilities have an advantage over their competition because they can spend their time growing their business, and their competition can't. I suggest you check out a book called The 4-Hour Workweek. In this book, the author Tim Ferriss discusses how to take this concept of getting work off of your plate. He takes it to an extreme level. As with most things, I've taken some of the concepts in the book and I've implemented them, and I've ignored some of the concepts that weren't interesting to me. My goals and the way I would like to spend my time is different than him. But the book was a game changer for me. I began getting stuff off my plate in effective ways. I started to let my business work for me. And in some ways, I took those concepts to an even bigger extreme than Tim Ferriss does. One of my businesses that I have is completely absentee. I do not work at all in it. I have a manager, she handles all of it. She even writes herself her own check. And every few months, maybe I go in and kind of take a peek at what's going on or ask her, how are things going? But I trust her to handle it, and she does a great job. The best part is, she absolutely loves the situation. She told me it's the best job that she's ever had, and because we do a profit sharing situation, the better the business does, the better she does financially. I'm rewarded for my financial investment and my starting the company and the support I give, and she's rewarded for doing a great job of running the company. Thanks for watching today. I hope you found these concepts worthwhile, and if you're able to think about how you can work more effectively and smarter, then I suppose I did my job. As always, click below or follow to subscribe, and I'd love for these videos to be helpful to you in growing your business.